I've been working on this car and I've been looking at different ways of doing decals, so these transfer type stickers that you have on certain objects. And I wanted to share with you a way of doing it by having separate UV maps. So let's take a look. Okay, so I'm in a new startup file. I've got my screencast keys down the bottom here and I'm in Blender 4.5. With the default cube selected, I'll delete that and I'll add in a monkey instead. So Shift-A to add, Mesh, and then Monkey. I'll zoom in. Control-2 to add a subdivision surface modifier to it. So we've got the modifiers down here and you can see that subdivision surface modifier that's been added with 2 iterations. That's the Control-2 aspect. And I'll right click and shade smooth. So we've got something nice and interesting to put our decal on. Now, if I go to the object data properties here, you can see that the monkey already comes with a UV map. So there's a UV map there. So let's go across to the UV editing workspace and see what that map looks like. So there it is just there. When you go into the UV editing workspace, it puts you into edit mode so you can see the UV map. Now, what I'm going to do is bring out a new window. So I'll click on the top corner here where my crosshairs appear, click and drag and bring that down. And I'll change this to the shader editor so we can easily see what materials we're adding. I'll press N on my keyboard to get rid of the side panel there and press new for a new material. Now I want some sort of texture in here to show you how the UV maps work. So let's bring this across slightly, Shift-A to add texture and then image texture and put that at the front here, hook it up. And we can't see any change here yet. That's because we're in solid mode. If I middle mouse button across this menu at the top here, change to material preview mode, you can see that it's completely black because we haven't opened up an image texture yet. So I'll press open, go to my textures and just bring in a random texture that's nice and easy to see, like this leather dark worn here. Select that and open image. And you can see that coming there. I'll just turn the overlays off so you can see it more easily. It's a little bit blurry in places. That's the limitations of this UV map. Around the chin area here, you can see it's a little bit stretched and therefore it looks a bit blurry. We can actually help that out by tiling the texture. And for that, we need a mapping node to plug into our image texture. There's a nice quick way to set this up by enabling an add-on that comes with Blender. So edit preferences, under add-ons, just type in node and there's the node wrangler there. Make sure that's ticked and close this down. With that enabled, I can just select my leather dark worn texture and press Control-T and that will add the mapping node and the texture coordinates. And you can see we're going from the UVs into the vector there and I can scale this up to 3 and we've tiled this texture and made it a little bit more effective, I would say. Okay, so how do we add in some kind of decal to the forehead here, for example? Well, what I'm going to do is press Control Spacebar over the shader editor so we can see this nice and easily. I'm going to select all these, just bring them down slightly and duplicate them. So Shift-D to duplicate and bring them up. And I'm going to turn this scale off because that will get confusing. So put it back to 1 basically. So this will act like the default. And I want to bring in my decal into this texture. So I'll open it up, go into my textures. With the type of decal you can use, you can see the one I've got here. You do need to have an alpha channel in the background for this to work. There are other ways you can get it to work, but the most effective is with an alpha channel or a transparent background. So look out for textures that have that. You can download this one from my Gumroad if you want to follow along with me. And incidentally, there's written tutorials on my Gumroad as well that you can download for free. So do check that out. So I can press open image on this and you can see we've got the 21 alpha image here and the dark leather down here. And we want to mix these 2 shaders together. You can do the same thing with just image textures, but I'm choosing to use the whole shader in case you wanted the decal to have more shininess, for example, and the leather to have more roughness. And in fact, let's do that. Let's bring up the leather roughness and increase the shininess or decrease the roughness for the 21 alpha texture so you can see that influence. So now we want to mix these 2 together. So with the node wrangler enabled, we can hold down Control, Shift, right click and drag between these 2 shaders and that will add in this mix shader here. I'll just grab that and bring it back here and just kind of sort it out. So this is mixing the 2 shaders now. So let's go back out of full screen mode so we can see the results of this. Okay, it's a little bit messy at the moment. We've got the 21 splayed all over the place mixed in with the leather. Now, looking at this mix shader, if I turn it up to full, that will just show us the bottom one. And there's our leather looking a little bit more rough because I increased the roughness. If I bring it down to 0, that shows us the 21 alpha texture and it's got a black background because that's the alpha, that's the nothingness. So what we need to do is use the alpha of the 21 alpha texture. So I'll click and drag that and plug it into the factor. So that's going to control our mix. So anything that is visible in this texture, so the 21 and the circle, that will be the influence of the mix. But those things that are shown influence the bottom texture. So that's why we're seeing the 21 and this circle showing the leather at the moment. That's not quite right. So I need to just flip these around. You can select it and press Alt S to swap them. And now you can see we've got the correct setup. We just need to move the 21 into the right position. So in order to do that, we need a new UV map to come into our mapping node for the 21 and a different UV map for the leather. If we go down to our object data properties once again and into the UV mapping, you can see there's one UV map, which is this one we can see here. So let's add a new one. That bases it on the old one. So we've got two that are the same here. And you can see your different UV maps that are listed here by scrolling across the top here. You must be in edit mode for this. Scroll across the top and you can see UV map 1 and 0. I'm going to change the name of this to Decal, but you have to do that over here. So double click over here, Decal 21. So it's nice and clear what that is. So we've got two maps now, but they're both the same. So how do we get them to influence these different shaders? Well, I can delete the texture coordinates that are here. That messes it all up, as you can see there. But I'm going to add in, Shift A to add. Under input, there's a UV map input, and we can plug that into the vector instead. That way we can pick the UV map we want, and we want this one to be the default, and I'll duplicate this. So Shift D to duplicate, bring that up there and plug that into the top there. And I'll change this one to the decal. Again, we're not seeing any difference because we haven't actually remapped it. So again, with the decal selected, and as a reminder, we're in edit mode and we can select the decal 21 here. I can then edit the UVs. So I'll bring back my overlays so you can see the faces I've got selected. And with everything selected, I'll press U to unwrap, and I'll just do a smart UV project and press unwrap. So that's unwrapped it, and it's scattered that 21 all over the place. I'm going to select everything, scale it right down and move that over a transparent area. So we can't see anything now. That's because it's on the transparent here. That's great. So we can now take these faces up here. Oh, that would help if I was in face mode. So 3 to go to face mode, select these 3 faces, and let's unwrap those. So this time U to unwrap, and I'll use the angle based. And you can see the 21 appear there. I just need to rotate my textures in here. So R90 and enter, and then I can move this into position, and we got our decal appearing there. So quite easy really. And I could go around to different places. I could have another 21 in here. This one might unwrap interestingly, but we'll try it out. So U to unwrap, angle based, seems to be doing well. R90, minus to get it in the right position, and G to grab, move that across. And that's done a pretty good job. So we've got two 21s there, a little bit of distortion, quite a tricky one to unwrap in terms of how stretched these UVs are, but you might be able to sort that out by moving this into position. But it's quite a tricky one. That would probably need more topology in here to help us. The other way of doing this is to find the right position somewhere around here and then unwrap and project from view. That can sometimes help, and I can select them all, scale them up, and it's probably a bit better that. That seems to work actually, the project from view. So we've got two 21s and two decals there. So just to reiterate then, that's two different shaders, and you can see that this should be more shiny. So if I can get the light reflection, yeah, there's a bit of light reflection there. You can see it's all shiny, and this is all rough because we've got a separate shader using the decal UV map and the leather shader using the default. And just remember that you need to make sure that you're in edit mode and you scroll across to change the UV maps that you're affecting in here. So that's how to set up decals using different UV maps. If you like this sort of content, then check out the links in the description to my different courses and my written tutorials on Substack and my other resources on Gumroad. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.